Hi guys, I'm Supriya Agrawal. I'm a programmer who loves to write code, solve bugs and problems. Today we are going to get rid of the topics like module, library, frameworks and packages. So let's start with today's video where we are going to learn these topics and know what exactly they are. If you are in the programming world, you really heard these terms like module, library, packages, and frameworks, and you really get confused. What the difference between them? When should I call a thing module? When should I call it a library? Should I call it a framework? And should I call it a package? You really get confused if you are a beginner or if you are not an expert. So don't worry, here we are going to know what's the difference between all of them. So let's start with the first term, that's module. So module is nothing but a smallest piece of software, or you can call it a module is a set of methods or functions ready to be used somewhere else. Now you might think I have a thousands of code. Which piece of code is a module? Which should I call a module because I have an application? So just think a module as a file. Module is just a file where you write some code and take the advantage of that file or code from that file somewhere else. That means you use that code somewhere else instead of writing the code again and again. Let's see it practically here. Here I have a JavaScript file .js. You may use .c file, I mean C language, Java language, Python language, .py extension. Here I have JavaScript extension file. The purpose is same, that we have a file where we have defined add functionality, add function, which takes two argument a and b and just returns the sum of those numbers a and b. Now surely we will export this function to other file so that other file can use this function. The funda is very simple. We have a file where we have written the functionality of adding two numbers. This file is called module, where we have written a small piece of code which can be used anywhere else in our application. Suppose you have a calculator where you want to add multiple times some numbers. You don't need to write add functionality again and again. You just call the function and pass two numbers. You may think, why to create a new file for such a little code? This is just an example. You may have hundred of lines of code. Instead of writing that function again and again, where you will make your application inefficient. That's why we create a file and write some code there which we want to use again and again, and that file will called a module. Now in this file we can not only write function, we can write variable which this file will use. We can write any piece of code where which can be accessed by any other file that can use it. Now back to some slide. Here you can see here the second sentence, a module is a set of methods. In this file we have just one method add.js, that is function add. We have just one method. Here we can write multiple methods, that is set of method inside one file, or just a method that can be used somewhere else. So I hope you understand this word module. Module is just a file where you can write some piece of code and you can use that piece of code anywhere else in your application. Suppose you are creating a calculator and you don't want to write add functionality and you say your friend give me a module of add. So he will give you add.js file. Simply you can have multiple modules in your application like minus.js, division.js like div.js or multiple.js. Here all these are module, add.js is a module, minus.js is a module, div.js is a module, multiple.js is a module. All these are modules that are having some code that can be used somewhere else. Now here you may think we can create just a calculator.js or any other file where we can write all these functions in one file. You can surely do that, but for a clean code we should write each functionality in a one file, or you can do calculator.js for a small code, but where you have hundreds of lines of code in a function, you should write that function in a separate file. So for now let's consider we have four modules, that is add.js, minus.js, div.js and multiple.js. Here we have four modules. Now, what's package? Package is nothing but a collection of modules. This may sound funny, but usually what a package does is gather a number of modules holding in general the same functional purpose. That makes it easier to include all the related modules in a single package. You may consider the package as a folder, like here we have calculator folder, and inside calculator folder we stored all the modules, that is add.js, minus.js and the rest. So you can say that package is a collection of modules. This way makes it easier to include all the related modules in a single folder. Suppose you want to use the calculator functionalities, you don't need to look all over the code. You just go to calculator package, and so here you have a calculator package where you have add.js, minus.js. You can also look at it as a calculator application. So here you can have multiple packages, like we have here counter package. Counter folder includes add1.js. This is a file, I mean module, where this module takes a value and return it by incrementing the 1. Similarly, it has minus.js and it may have also reset. So it's an application that I created before, where there are three buttons: add, I mean +1, -1 and reset. So you can create that application. You can ask me about that little project in the comment section. So you can consider the package as a collection of modules. This is very simple. There is no rocket science. Module is a set of methods. So the next term we have is library. So one thing I want to share before explaining about the library, what's the advantage of module is the clear code, that if you want to add that functionality, that file, you can use that file only in your application. And if you want to take the advantage of whole functionalities you have in your application, you will create it as a package and share that package, which is a collection of modules where you can use multiple functionalities at a time. Now let's come to library. So library is nothing but just a collection of packages. Its purpose is to offer a set of functionalities ready to use without worrying about the subsequent packages. So suppose you are creating an application and you want to add multiple functionalities like calculator functionality, like adding, minus, subtraction, whatever. So you want to add those functionalities, also counter functionalities where you want to increment a number by 1, by 2, and you don't want to write the code again and again, and you want to add color functionalities like adding background color, adding color, font color. So you don't want to write that part of code in your application. You will just take library from somewhere else, and you will use that library, which makes your application so easier, which makes your life easier, and you don't have to write so much code which is common to everyone. We don't want to write that code and again which is common to everyone, and we want to use that time instead to add some new functionalities in our code. So just consider you have a maths library which you take from anywhere else. Any developer can create library and will provide you, like we have multiple libraries in Google which we can download. So suppose you have a library where you have multiple packages collection like calculator, counter, color, so many uh, applications, I mean packages. Now let's come to the last term, which is framework, and which is little complex. Nothing complex, but which will have something more about just having the collection. So framework is a collection of libraries, but there is something more in the framework. Framework just does not just offer functionalities, but it also provides an architecture for the development work. In other words, you don't include a framework, you integrate you code into it. Framework provides you a way to build an architecture or build a basic block of your project. You don't need to make the project from scratch. You just download the framework and the basic things you need to set up for the projects. You don't need to do that. You don't need to worry about that. That framework provides you all that code, and that code interacts with the libraries. So this is the term which we have. As a programmer, you don't need to start from scratch when you have tools designed to help you with your projects. Frameworks are software that is developed and used by developers to build applications. There are so many advantages of framework. Testing and debugging the code is a lot easier and can done even by developers who don't own the code. Code is more secure and reliable using frameworks. A word of advice before starting with software frameworks: it's a good idea to learn and develop coding skills by learning the nuances of programming language before using framework for application development. If not, you might miss out on valuable experience with the underlying technology that exists in a framework. If you are not already an expert programmer, then it is essential to understand the code which powers the framework. This knowledge would make it easier when you run into complex challenges and would make you an overall skilled developer. Hi guys, I'm Supriya Agrawal. I'm a programmer who loves to write code, solve bugs and problems. Today we are going to get rid of the topics like